Multiverses, is there more than one universe? Have you ever imagined that at this very moment, there could be a version of you living a completely different life in another universe? Maybe a life where you made opposite choices, seized opportunities you missed, or even live in a world with physical laws that defy everything we know. But this isn't just science fiction. What if multiverses really exist? From heroes exploring parallel realities in movies like Doctor Strange to scientific theories about wormholes and vibrating strings connecting universes, the idea of multiverses might be more real than it seems. And the most incredible part, some scientists believe that we already have clues that these other universes are there, right alongside ours, hidden in dimensions we can't yet see. In this video, we'll explore the evidence, the mysteries of quantum mechanics, cosmic collisions that could reveal other worlds, and even the philosophical implications of this discovery. What would happen if we could prove the multiverse exists? Would it change the purpose of our existence? Stay with me until the end, because this journey will expand your mind and challenge everything you believe about reality. Let's begin. What are multiverses? Imagine a world where, for every decision you make, an alternative version of you exists in a parallel universe, living the consequences of a different choice. Have you ever thought about how it would feel to be in a universe where that lost opportunity was seized, or that big mistake never happened? This idea, once thought to belong only to science fiction, is now a serious topic in modern science discussions. The concept of multiverses suggests that our universe, vast and complex as it is, might be just a small piece in a much larger puzzle. One of infinite universes coexisting, each with its own realities. But what would these universes be like? Some might be almost identical to ours, with small differences, like a different sky color. Others could be radically distinct, governed by physical laws completely unknown to us. Science suggests that multiverses could arise from phenomena like quantum mechanics, cosmic inflation, and even string theory. But this leads us to one of the greatest challenges. How can we prove they actually exist? If multiverses are out of our reach, how can we study something we cannot directly observe? The many worlds interpretation in quantum mechanics. Have you ever wondered what happens to the choices you don't make? Do they simply disappear, or do they continue to exist in some way? The many worlds interpretation, proposed by Hugh Everett in 1957, offers an intriguing answer. Every choice you make creates a fork in reality, generating a parallel universe where the alternative choice was made. It's as if, with every decision, the cosmos splits into countless possibilities, forming an infinite web of parallel realities. Fascinating, right? According to this theory, when you choose one path, there's another universe where you took the opposite decision. Imagine, for instance, a moment when you decided to change careers. In a parallel universe, there's a version of you who stayed in the same profession. These alternative versions of ourselves could be living completely different lives, some perhaps happier, others not so much. But if these parallel realities exist, would it be possible to interact with them? Could we, in some way, visit these other worlds and witness what could have been? Science is still far from proving the many worlds interpretation, but the idea challenges our understanding of how the universe works. It's rooted in quantum mechanics, where particles can exist in multiple states at once until they are observed. This means that the reality we know might just be one of the many layers of a vast and dynamic multiverse. And more, if all our choices coexist in other realities, are we truly free, or just part of a larger system of infinite possibilities? This question sparks both fascination and debate among scientists. If multiverses are real, it means our reality is just one among infinite possibilities. But above all, it leads to an even bigger question. What is our true place in this vast ocean of possibilities? String theory and the multiverse. String theory is one of the most fascinating and revolutionary ideas in modern physics. It proposes that the fundamental particles that make up the universe, such as electrons and quarks, are not indivisible points, but tiny vibrating strings. The frequency with which these strings vibrate determines the properties of the particles, like mass and charge. But here's the most intriguing part. This theory doesn't just aim to unify the fundamental forces of nature, it also opens the door for the existence of multiple universes. According to string theory, our universe may be just one of many that coexist in hidden dimensions beyond our perception. These parallel universes may have completely different physical laws from ours. Imagine a place where gravity is so intense that everything would be crushed, or where time runs backward, allowing events that defy our logic. Or even universes where atoms couldn't exist, because the forces that hold them together would be absent. These possibilities make us question just how far science and imagination can go. But how can we explore these realities? String theory suggests that the parallel universes might be separated by tiny fractions of millimeters, hidden in extra dimensions we cannot directly observe. This raises the question, could we someday detect these dimensions or even cross the barrier between universes? If string theory is correct, we are just a tiny piece in a vast ocean of possibilities, living in a universe that is just one of countless melodies played by the fundamental strings of existence. This vision not only expands our scientific horizons, but also redefines our place in the cosmos. Cosmic bubbles. Universes within the universe. Have you ever stopped to think that the Big Bang, the event that gave birth to our universe, might not have been unique? The cosmic bubbles theory suggests exactly that. Our universe could be just one of infinite bubbles floating in a larger multiverse. Imagine a fizzy drink, where each bubble is a complete universe with its own physical laws, constants, and initial conditions. Just like in the drink, these bubbles are separated by vast spaces, but coexist within a great cosmic container. Within these bubbles, conditions can vary drastically. Some may have such intense gravity that stars would never form, while others may have such extreme temperatures that atoms couldn't even exist. These variations make life as we know it impossible in most of these bubbles. But what if there are universes where the conditions are more favorable to life than ours? Could we be in an especially lucky bubble? Now comes the most fascinating part. What would happen if two of these cosmic bubbles collided? Scientists believe that the collision between universes could leave detectable marks in our cosmos, such as anomalous patterns in the cosmic microwave background radiation. These marks would be like footprints of another bubble that crossed our path. And if this is true, we could be on the verge of discovering evidence of other worlds beyond our imagination. But how can we prove this theory? Studies on cosmic inflation, the rapid expansion of the universe shortly after the Big Bang, suggest that this process could have created multiple bubbles. Each bubble would be the result of its own Big Bang, expanding and evolving independently. If we ever managed to detect signs of these cosmic bubbles, it would not only revolutionize our understanding of the universe, but also make us question our role in this vast multiverse. After all, could we be just one bubble in an endless ocean of possibilities, multiverses and science fiction? From heroes exploring alternate realities in Doctor Strange to chaotic adventures in Rick and Morty, multiverses are a goldmine for science fiction. These stories lead us to imagine parallel realities where anything is possible. Alternative versions of ourselves, unexpected futures, and worlds with completely different physical laws. The most fascinating part? Many of these concepts are based on real scientific theories. The idea of traveling between parallel universes, common in fiction, isn't as impossible as it seems. Some theories suggest that wormholes, shortcuts in space-time, could connect different universes. While this is far from being proven, it's a possibility that intrigues scientists. These narratives also raise intriguing questions. What would happen if we could alter events in another reality? Would that impact our universe, or would it create new ones? Beyond entertainment, science fiction inspires real advancements. Ideas once seen as impossible, like space travel or instantaneous communication, have already become a reality. Will the same happen with multiverses? Perhaps these stories are preparing us for a future where parallel realities cease to be fiction and become part of our understanding of the cosmos. The multiverses in fiction connect us with the unknown and challenge the limits of our imagination, while science seeks to unravel whether they truly exist. After all, what if fiction is just a reflection of what is to come? Scientific evidence for multiverses. Are multiverses just baseless speculation? Not entirely. Some scientists point to intriguing phenomena such as irregular patterns in the cosmic microwave background radiation, which could be signs of collisions between our universe and others. These marks could indicate that we live in a multiverse where universes coexist like bubbles in a vast cosmic sea. In quantum physics, experiments also raise fascinating questions about reality. For example, the behavior of subatomic particles, which seem to choose different states until they are observed, fuels theories of parallel realities. Could these choices reflect paths taken in other universes? While we are still far from definitive proof, science is advancing in its quest for answers. If multiverses are real, it could completely transform our view of the cosmos, showing that our existence is just one among infinite possibilities. Philosophical and existential implications of multiverses. If multiverses truly exist, does that mean that all possible versions of you are living somewhere? This idea challenges our understanding of identity and raises questions about fate and free will. Do our choices matter, or are we just one among infinite possibilities scattered across parallel universes? Moreover, why are we here in this specific universe and not in another? The existence of multiverses may suggest that our reality is not unique, but part of something larger and incomprehensible. This leads to reflections on purpose. Could the multiverse indicate that each universe has a specific role, or is everything just pure chance? Discovering the multiverses could not only transform science, but also our philosophical and spiritual outlook. Perhaps, by exploring these realities, we can move closer to answering the question that has intrigued humanity for centuries. What is the true purpose of our existence?